Tantana! Hi ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Learn with Selassie. So in this video we'll be talking about text styling in CSS. I'll teach you guys how you can change the font family, how to increase or decrease font size, and few other things you can do. So see you guys. Welcome back guys. Let's go and open our index.html file, and then what I'll do here is I'll just clear everything here. I'll just leave one paragraph, so I'll be using that for the styling. And I'll bring this here. Okay, so we have H4 with this content inside, and then we have a paragraph tag also. So we'll use this to look at a few things we can do in CSS regarding fonts. So the first thing we'll be looking at is the font family. So to use that, you have to, okay, what I'll do first is I'll show you what we have. Just loading. So this is what we have. Okay, this, so you can see okay, so this is the default styling we have here. So now let's say I want to change the font family. As you can see, I come here, and then this will be font family. So let's say I want to use Arial. I hope that's the spelling. Okay, so I'll save this. Yeah, as you can see, the font has changed. So I'll show you again. You know what, I'll just open this here. So what we'll do is I'll just, so you can see the changes. Okay, so let's say this is the default font. Okay, so if I want to change it, what I can do is I can just write the H4 font family, and then give the name I want. So one thing you can do is you can actually go to Google Fonts. So they have a lot of fonts there you can use in your website designing. So I'll show you how that works briefly. So you go to Google Fonts. Okay, the first one. No. This should be it. Okay, so you go to fonts. So you have variety of fonts here you can use actually. So many. So So let's say my favorite actually is Poppins. Okay, so this is it. So if I want to use this, I just have to go down. Okay, then you can see styles, and then the various sizes, the font width, sorry. So let's say I want 200, I want 300, I want 400, and then I want 500 and 600. Okay, so on the right side you can see you have the link here. So all you just have to do is copy this. Okay, copy this and then go to your header tag here after the title and just paste it here. Okay, so to use that font now, you have to copy this, the one down here, and then go back. So let's say I want to use this font, Poppins for H4. I'll just copy and paste here. So I'll save it and then I'll go back to my page. This is what we have now. So if I reload, you see it has changed. Okay, so that's how you change the font family in CSS. So let's say I want to change the font family for the paragraph also. So I'll just use the paragraph tag P and then copy the same thing and put inside. Note we have two different font families here. So what happens, let's say if something happens and the browser is not able to open this font, then the next one will be this. So this is just like a second option. So I'll save this and then yeah, so this is how you change your font family. And then the next thing we'll be looking at is the font size. So let's say I want to increase the font size. Just make this okay. So let's say I want to increase the font size. What we use is font and dash size. So you can give it any, so let's say I want to make this 40 px. Okay, I'll save it, reload, as you can see. So there are options also. So instead of px, you can use percentage. So let's say 300%. Okay, and then one more is yeah, I think they have two more. So let's say 10 em. So you see this is big, and then one more is there, rem. So I'll explain this in the later class, the difference between px, percentage, em, and then rm. But mostly I use px. Yeah, so that's how you increase your font size. So I'm going to do the same thing for the paragraph also. So paragraph, then I'll make this 20 px. As you can see, it's big. And then the next thing is font styling. So font style. So I can make this italic. So if I refresh, you can see. And there are some few options there also. So let's see. Oblique. Let's see. Okay, It's almost the same though. Yeah, so this is how you change your font style. And then the next thing also we'll be looking at is text align. So we have, let's say, the default text align is left. So let's say I want to change it to right. So it will be text align right. So you can see we have the text moving to the right side. And then you can do center also. Okay. And then I think one more option is there, justify. So let's say text align, justify. As you can see, it's even at the both sides. Yeah, so that's how you align text. So you can center it left, right, and some few other options. And then the next thing we'll be looking at is text decoration. So let's say I want to underline text. So you see we have the line under. I'll just move this to the left so we can see clearly. Yeah, so we have some few options also. I think line draw, yeah. So these are a few things we have when it comes to text decoration. Okay, and then the next thing I'll talk about is the text transform. So let's say I want to transform this whole H4 to lowercase. So we can use lowercase, and then I'll save it, run. See, everything is now lowercase. Change it to uppercase. Everything is in caps. So this is how you transform text. The next thing we'll look at is how to change your font color. So for that, you just have to type color, and you can directly write the color name. Let's say I want red, so I'll save. You can see it's red. So let's say I want black. I think you can use the hex code. So for black, I think it's 000. I'm not sure. Let's see. Just save this. Yeah. And then you can use the RGB also. So that will be RGBA. So I think for black is 000. And then the last one will be for the opacity, like what we did for backgrounds. So let's see this. Yeah. So you can see. So I can reduce it to 0.4, save, reload. So this is how you can play with the opacity also. So this is how you change the font or the text color in CSS. So let me just keep this as red. Okay, and then the next thing we'll be looking at is the letter spacing. So let's say I want to give spacing. Just save this. So let's say I want to give spacing. So what we use is letter spacing. So let me make this 10px. Okay, you can see the space between the letters. So I can make this 50. See, and then we'll just make it 5. Okay, And then the next one we'll look at is the word spacing. Okay, so for the word spacing, let's see, I'm giving 30 px. So you can see, so if I'm doing this for the paragraph tag, let's see, word spacing, I'll make it 50, save, and then I'll reload. So you can see the space inside. So this is how you increase, you give word spacing. So I'll just keep this at 5. And then the next thing we'll talk about is the line height. Okay, so let's say looking at this paragraph, I want to increase the line height. To do that, we use the line height, and then let's say I can make this 40 px. So you can see the difference now. If I increase it, you can see. Yeah, so these are a few things. There are so many things actually you can do when it comes to font, but I think these are the basic ones we will be using in our next classes. So the font family, we've seen the font family, the font size, font styling, text align, text decoration, text transform, and then to change the color of a text, and letter spacing, word spacing, line height, and a few other things here. So this is how you can style your text or font in CSS. Yeah, so that's it for today's class. I'll see you guys in the next class. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. See you guys in the next class. Peace.